Hi YouTube. Today I'm going to shoot a video about my phone. I just got a new phone the other day and I wanted to shoot a video about it and talk about the trials and tribulations that got me to this phone. I'm also going to do a get ready with me video kind of at the same time because there's lots of stories I'm going to tell and I don't want my hair to look like this. So I'm going to do my hair while we talk about phones. Yes, this is what my hair does naturally. No, I do not like it. If you like this hairstyle, kudos for you. I don't. But yeah, last night I went to bed and I had wet hair because I was fresh out of a shower and just went straight to bed. And this is what my hair did. It's very attractive. No, it's not. Anyway, so today I will be curling my hair. Yes, I know. My hair is curly and I'm curling it. But the logic is this is a nice big barrel. I think it's a 1 3/4 inch. Maybe it's a 2-inch barrel. I'm not sure. I don't know those things. But I bought it at Walmart, I think, like forever ago. And I use it to calm my hair down and get it to not do this all day. Because it's cute right now, but the second I start touching it, it starts like doing weird random things that I don't enjoy and just looks worse and worse. So I curl it with my giant curling iron because it makes my hair look sleeker and it gives it, I don't know, a nice curl at the ends, but not so much the ringlet effect. So anyway, I'm going to do that while I'm talking about my phones. That was a very long description about how I'm going to talk about my phones and my hair. I'm also going to use heat protectant spray. This is not a sponsored video. This is what I bought from Target because I need heat protectant spray. That's all. And I'm going to use a hair clip. Again, it's not a sponsored video. It's just a hair clip. So anyway, I got a Note 3 on Friday. And I wanted the Note 3 forever ago, like when it first came out. And I wasn't able to get one because my contract was up before Note 3 came out. Okay? So I had a contract with Sprint, and that contract ended in September of last year. So once I got out of my contract, or once I was ready for upgrade, whatever, I started looking for phones, wanted the Note 3, blah, 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 blah. But I didn't really want to stay with Sprint. And at the time, T-Mobile was doing some promo where basically, hold on, you're my mirror for a second, guys, hold on. You could go over, if you switched over to T-Mobile, you would pay $0 down on a phone. It was no contract, and you could jump within 6 months. That was the big thing that I wanted. I wanted a new phone within 6 months. Now, since they started that program, every other cell phone company is kind of following suit, where after 6 months, you can get a new phone, but they're still going to do something to you in the meantime. You know, like with T-Mobile, the way it works, and I'm not sponsoring T-Mobile. I'm not sponsoring Sprint. I'm not sponsoring AT&T. I don't sponsor any of them. I just need a cell phone, guys. So, again, you're my mirror, sorry. Oh, and this is my PIMP shirt. PIMP. P-I-M-P. That's pie, guys. In case you're not nerds, that's pie. So this is my PIMP shirt. So anyway, I wanted out of Sprint because they only had the 2-year plan at the time. I wanted the Note 3, but it hadn't come out yet. So I went over to T-Mobile and I said, what do you got? What can I do? Blah, blah, blah. Like, what phones do you have to offer? I was coming from, and just so you have reference, I have all 3 phones that I had. I was coming from a Samsung. This is a Samsung Galaxy 2. Wait, is that right? No, Galaxy S2 Epic Touch. The Sprint phone. It's in an OtterBox. It looks bigger than it is, I promise. I'll take the OtterBox off. I'll take the case off. Okay, so that's in an OtterBox still. There's an OtterBox. So that was what I was coming from. It was September 1st of last year, and I had that phone in my hand. And I said, hey, what do you got? I want a Note. I want a Note 2 or a Note 3. And obviously the Note 3 hadn't come out yet. So they're like, well, we have the Note 2, but we don't have it in stock at this store. I'm like, well, that sucks. What do you have in stock at this store? I forget where it was. I was somewhere in Phoenix. Anyway, they had S4s. Samsung Galaxy S4s. It was the full title of it. So I got an S4. This is an S4. This is not the S4 that I got, but this is an S4. I think this one's from AT&T. Again, it's in an OtterBox. That's a commuter OtterBox. This is a Defender OtterBox. Okay? Different. So this is just my work phone, so that's why I have it as example. But the phone I got was black. I put it in a white OtterBox. I still have the OtterBox, actually. Hold on one second. Curling. This is the OtterBox I had it in. Obviously, the phone is not in there anymore. So anyway, I got an S4, and I said, okay, cool. I'm down with the S series. I'll take an S4. And then I went and got an OtterBox and went about my merry way. And that was until Friday. So as of Friday, since I joined T-Mobile, I was able to join the Jump program. And that was the 6-month you can get a new phone program. Now the deal is, I don't know if anyone cares, it's probably already common knowledge, but if you were with T-Mobile and you joined the Jump program, you have to still pay a monthly fee, which equals out to 2 years. So it takes you 2 years to pay off the phone. They charge you monthly. So for the S4, I was paying $25 a month, okay? And random tangent of this story, my mom and sisters were all on the Sprint account, right? Like, we all had Sprint. They had iPhones. And the day I went and got an S4 and switched to T-Mobile, my mom was with me. And she suddenly wanted an S4 as well, and she wanted to join T-Mobile as well because of the better service, I think. She didn't have reception, is what it was. She was having issues with reception with Sprint. So she wanted to go to T-Mobile because they had better reception. So, long story short, my mom decided to break contract with Sprint, and she was a year in on her contract, so she still had a year to go. And it was the same thing for my sisters. My 2 younger sisters did the same thing. They both had iPhones. They both came over to T-Mobile because mom told them to. They don't give a crap. They just wanted phones. So anyway, everyone transferred over to Sprint. No, T-Mobile from Sprint. And look at that hairdo. That's lovely. So then, lovely parting gift from Sprint was a giant bill because they were all breaking contract. And then my husband followed suit. It was this whole big to-do. He came over to T-Mobile and all this other crap too. So anyway, we all got S4s except my husband, who got a Note 2, jerk. And we've had them for the last 6 months. So the 6-month window just ended March 1st for us, for me. March 1st was my 6-month window. So I went to T-Mobile on Friday, which was the 1st? I don't even remember. I think it was the 1st. I went over there and I was like, hey, I want to jump. And I was stuck between getting the Note 3, which I originally wanted, or getting that new LG Flex phone. LG G Flex phone is what it's called. And it's the one phone, it's slightly bigger than a Note 3, which is, I think, the biggest phone now, I guess, on the market, other than the, like, Windows phones. So anyway, it's the biggest phone at T-Mobile, is the LG G Flex phone. And it's 6 inches, and it flexes, hence the Flex name. Basically what it is it's curved phone, it's ergonomic, blah, blah, blah. And then you have the ability to make it straight for a short period of time. It won't stay straight, but you can straighten it by pushing it down, like on a flat surface, blah, blah, blah. So I went in there and I researched, that's as much research as I did on this phone, guys. Like, that's the amount of knowledge that I had about these phones. 1, I like Note 3. 2, LG G Flex is bigger and flexes. That's the extent of my knowledge. Okay? So I go into T-Mobile and I say, hey, T-Mobile man. I don't know his name. I think his name is James. Maybe it's James. Anyway, T-Mobile man, I said, hey, I'm stuck between Note 3 and LG G Flex. And So he showed me the ropes, showed me the differences between the two. One, the Note has a pen, duh. Two, G Flex flexes, duh. And G Flex is bigger. But realistically, when it all came down, I decided to go with the Note 3. One, because I don't know LG. Sorry, LG, nothing against you. I'm not familiar with LG phones. I'm not familiar with their settings, the way the phone's set up, blah, blah, blah. So I decided to stay with Samsung. So I got the Note 3. This is the Note 3. It is gigantor, like 5.7 inch screen, I think. I forget how big the phone itself is. It's as big as my head. Look, that's my forehead. Nah, but it's a big phone. It's not in an OtterBox yet, though. It's got this leather background. Look, there's T-Mobile. It's got the leather background, whatever. It's not real leather. It's fake leather, guys. Get over it. And it does have the pen, S Pen. So there it is. There's the phone. And it does come with a command. It's really cool. I've been playing with it. I like the phone. Again, I'm a Samsung kind of addict, so it makes sense that I would like a Samsung phone. Duh. The other caveat to this whole stupid story is, yes, I finally have the phone I want. Hoorah! Like, yay, beans. But now my problem is I need an OtterBox for my phone, and I wasn't willing to pay retail price for OtterBox. Again, OtterBox is not sponsoring me. Nothing against OtterBox. I love OtterBox. Clearly, I've had several OtterBoxes. Do you like my window? Look, that's my window, guys. I've had several OtterBoxes. This is not mine. This is work. I told them to get an OtterBox, though. I said, hey, get an OtterBox for this phone. Because OtterBoxes are awesome. Now, I can't get one for this phone because, one, I want specific colors. I'm tired of the, like, black on black or white on gray. I want, like, a cool color OtterBox. So I was like, oh, I'll go on, like, Amazon or Craigslist or whatever, and I'll find a better case, right? Like, colors, whatever. Hold on. I gotta close my mouth. So the deal was I was going to go online and find a case that was the colors I wanted, or at least different colors that I could choose from, like a shell in one color, a cover in another color, whatever. So the reason I didn't want to buy in store, one, was because they're $60. They're $60 for this case, for this phone, for OtterBox. And that was black on black. And I was like, I don't want black on black. I want a different color. And BT Dubs, I only paid $58 for this phone. Because you don't pay the outright price when you jump. You pay the taxes on the phone. Outright price was like $708 on this phone. Taxes alone were $58 and change. Like, I can't remember exactly. But it was $58 and something. So when I went to Best Buy or friggin' wherever I went to get an OtterBox for it, and I saw the OtterBox was $60, I was like, no, I'm not paying that. I just paid $60 for the phone. Like, I'm not paying $60 for an OtterBox. So went online, went home, went online. Hi, I was really close to the screen. And from there, I think I went to eBay first. I went to Walmart and like stuff like that, but again, I couldn't find the colors I wanted. So I went to eBay, lovely eBay, and I found the color I wanted, the size I wanted, the price I wanted. I think it started at like $30. So half price for the case that I want and colors I want, blah, blah, blah. So I bidded on it. I placed a bid. I bidded on the stupid auction, not realizing the auction was 5 days long. 5 days. And I wanted my OtterBox today. So being the genius that I am, I placed a bid without paying attention to how long the auction was going. So now I'm stuck in this auction. My max bid is $40. So I'm still not going to pay full price for the case that I'm getting. And the shipping is free. So realistically, if I win, which I might because no one else is bidding on this auction, then I'll have my OtterBox by the end of the month, which is kind of lame, but it is free shipping and whatever. So anyway, I'm hoping today is the last day of this stupid auction, so I'm hoping someone outbids me so I don't have to get stuck with waiting until the end of the month. Realistically, my end game was, once I realized it was a 5-day auction, I, one, tried to get out of the auction. That's impossible. Two, I decided if I get outbid, as soon as I get outbid, I'll go to the store and I'll buy an OtterBox. I don't give a shite what color it is. Shite is a bad word, probably. I don't know. So that's my end game right now. Today is the last day of the auction, though. So hopefully later today I'll be outbid and I'll be able to go get an OtterBox from the store, or I'll go get one off Amazon or something like that. I don't know. Either way, I will end up with an OtterBox for this phone. And the reason, since I still have hair left, the reason I want an OtterBox, I'll go into that story, is several reasons. One, I'm known for my lack of grace, and I'm most likely going to drop my phone at one point or another. And realistically, seeing how big this thing is, I'm most likely also going to either sit on it or lean on it, not knowing it's there, because it's freaking huge. I put it on my bed the other night, and I was worried my husband was going to lean on it and break the damn thing, because it's so big. It's not like cheaply made. Like, I haven't thrown it or anything or dropped it, obviously, because I'm trying to like treat it like a little baby bird and not be mean to it. But like feeling this phone in your hand versus the LG G Flex phone in your hand, this feels much more sturdy, much more well made, that sort of thing. Again, nothing against LG. That's just how I felt at the time when I had the two phones in my phalanges. So anyway, the reason I want an OtterBox is because I've heard, various good things about OtterBox, but a couple of stories kind of stick in my mind. One, there was the guy who sold us the first OtterBox that we got. I think he sold us this OtterBox. I got it because my husband was joining Sprint or something, so he got all kinds of goodies. And one of them was like $150 worth of accessories or something, and then huge discounts on accessories. So he got an OtterBox, I got an OtterBox, and we got one of those little boombox things, like Bluetooth boombox things. It's like this big, but it's like a little speaker. And he uses it because he uses Pandora and all that stuff and listens to podcasts and stuff. So he uses the little boombox doohickey to play his music in his truck, so he doesn't have to listen to the radio. Why am I on this tangent? I don't know. But anyway, getting back to the story. So OtterBox Man sold us the OtterBox because he said, oh yeah, there's YouTube videos of kids with an OtterBox throwing their phones legit against the wall, like full force throwing their phones inside an OtterBox against the wall. And I'm like, no, there isn't. You're lying, blah, blah, blah. It's just another shitty case. But then he pulls it out of the box and shows us, all the bits and pieces, which there aren't many. There's 3 pieces to an OtterBox for the most part. If you get Defender series, again, this is Defender series. It's not like other series. I don't know. The Defender series, you get this case. Hold on, I'll show you. I stopped curling my hair for a second. You get this case, which is rubber. Goes on the outside of the actual OtterBox. And then inside the OtterBox, I don't want to pull this apart. I'm going to ruin my nails. But we're going to do it anyway. We're 18 minutes in, guys. You've committed this far. You're going to watch me open an OtterBox with my hair looking crazy. Alright. God bless America. I can never get into these things. That's the other thing. I can never open them. Which is probably a good thing, because if I opened it all the time, I'd be breaking my phone. Anyway, who gives a flip? This is a protective plastic case that goes over your phone. The phone is actually right there. That's not protected. This is protected. I can't stretch the phone right now. This is the rest of the case. There's the phone. Look, that's it right there. This is not the phone. This is the case. So anyway, you get a shell, which is black in this case. You get a cover, which is black in this case. And then that's it. Oh, there's also like a belt clip. I don't use the belt clip, obviously, because you haven't seen one yet. So anyway, there's 3 bits to every OtterBox. So he starts whipping out the pieces and showing them to us and putting our phone in it, blah, blah, blah. And I'm playing with it while he's putting my husband's phone in the case. And I'm like, holy crap, this is actually like legit strong plastic. Like, my phone's not going to get screwed up. So I was kind of stoked about it. And I kind of believed him that there were videos about kids throwing their phones against walls while in OtterBoxes and then not breaking or scratching or anything like that. I never researched it. If it's true, I don't know. I don't care. realistically, it's just rich kids throwing their phones against walls. I don't want to watch a video of that. So I never looked into it to see if it was legit. I'm sure it is though, because the OtterBox is ridiculously awesome. But anyway, the other story that I had about OtterBox that my husband just told me like a year ago, maybe less, was he has a coworker. He's in construction. My husband is in construction. He has a coworker who has a phone, probably an iPhone, I don't know, but he has a smartphone and he puts it in an OtterBox. And since they're in construction, they happen to be around wet concrete often, not daily, but you know, often enough. And this friend happened to be near one of those mixers of concrete, and the concrete was wet. Sorry, I'm gonna get muffled. I'm gonna put my head down. The concrete was wet, and he happened to be on his phone, or like his phone somehow was out of the holster on his friggin' belt. That's the word. And his phone fell into the concrete, guys. Like the wet concrete in the mixer, like the big drum that spins. The hand one, not like the truck one. So anyway, his phone fell into the wet cement. So instantly he's freaking out. And he's telling them, oh my god, stop the cement mixer. My phone just fell in there. So they stop it. And he pulls out his phone, and it's covered in concrete. It's also covered in an OtterBox. So he rips the OtterBox off the phone, like as soon as humanly possible, along with the case, obviously, and pulls out the phone. There is not a damn scratch on it. There is nothing wrong with the phone. The phone is perfectly fine. Obviously, the OtterBox is destroyed, but his phone itself was perfectly fine. So again, major selling point to me, saying, hey Sammy, go buy a damn OtterBox, because holy crap, anything can happen to your phone, and in this case, it will most likely take care of it. And if it doesn't, you got insurance. Calm the fuck down. Don't say fuck. Fuck's a bad word. So anyway, that's the reason I want an OtterBox. The reason I don't want black on black is because I've had black on black for like the majority of my OtterBox life. And I just don't want another one. I don't know. There's nothing telling me in the world that says, hey Sammy, go buy another black one, because they're just so amazing. I just don't want another black one. I want color choices this time. I want some kind of variety. Look at that lovely hair nest I have going on in my curling iron right now. Okay, so we're down to the last section, guys. We are 23 minutes in, and we're still not done with my hair. This is how much freaking hair I have. Anyway, that was my lovely story about both my evolution through Samsung phones, as well as my evolution with OtterBoxes. I have never had an issue with an OtterBox. The one time I did have an issue with my phone is the time I was taking it out of an OtterBox and putting it in another. I decided I would be a genius and do that while standing in line at, I believe, Chino Banditos. If you guys know what Chino Banditos is, it's here in Phoenix. I'm assuming maybe it's not anywhere else. I don't know. It may just be a Phoenix thing. Anyway, there's a Chino Banditos here, and I was waiting in line to place my order for a Chino Banditos, and I decided, hey, this is a great time, while standing on this tile floor, to switch my phone out of the old shitty case that I had. Shit is a bad word, don't say it. Out of the old case that I had into the OtterBox that I just bought. So I took my phone out of the less than stellar case that I had before, put it, and was like about to put it in the OtterBox, like trying to put the pieces together in the OtterBox land, and I dropped my phone. So a good 3-4 feet, and it hit a tile floor. And luckily, the stars aligned, or whatever, the goddesses and gods looked down on me kindly that day and said, no, your phone will not break today. So my phone didn't break, but as soon as I picked it up, I put it in that damn OtterBox, and it did not come out again until I got a new phone. I think that was this phone, actually. The S2. So I dropped my S2 3-4 feet onto a tile floor, and it was perfectly fine. So that speaks good for the phone. Nothing against, or nothing for the OtterBox, but Nothing against it either. So anyway, yeah, that was the one time I ever had an issue. I didn't break my phone. I didn't crack my phone. I did drop it several times with the OtterBox, and no issues whatsoever. Never had a scratch. Never had a problem. Yeah, that's it. Every phone I've had since then, well, the S4, also didn't throw it, but I've dropped it several times. Never had an issue. Never had a problem. The only thing is dust gets into this, so you have to open it and clean it every now and then. But yeah, that's why I'm treating this one like a little baby bird, is because I don't want it to break, because it's so big. Look at, that's how big it is. That's my hands. Hello. This is the phone. Like, it's huge, guys. It's huge. Anyway, that was my video about my phone. And apparently a get ready with me as well. Because look, now my hair looks like normal people hair. It's not all freakish. I like it. Anyway, you guys have a fantastic day. Like this video if you liked it. Dislike the video if you dislike it. I got another dislike, guys. I think it was from South Korea. That's what my analytics said. Is South Korea disliked one of my videos. I can't remember which one. I think it was not the daily vlog, or not the gym vlog. It was the other one. Honolulu. Not Honolulu. Where the fuck did that come from? Fuck is a bad word. They didn't like the Aloha Festival video. So thank you, South Korea, or whoever it was, for disliking my video. Go ahead and subscribe if you want. Totally awesome if you don't want to. No fucks are given. Fuck is a bad word. Have a great day. Thank you for watching. Bye.